It was a stream before Christmas, and all throughout the rando, nothing was stirring, not even a mouse. Oh wait, I'm here with a mouse, right? You're stirring.
Hello, yes. Oh my gosh, I feel so honored to be part of the intro this time. Hello, Rick. Merry Christmas
And
Eve.
the stockings were hung by the chimney with care, with the hopes that the rando gods would put the items in better places than they were last night.
Oh. I believe Gylgamesh and Zelga both said in the post-game interview that this was the worst seed that they've ever played. Zelga, I think, did qualify with in 2024, and this seed, Game 2, has to be better because there's nowhere else to go.
I would hope so. Gylgamesh has had quite a history in this tournament with some rather bizarre seeds, and including this mode, which was a very interesting point when Gil faced off against Killer App in the last round and just flipped the race. Oh gosh, here we go.
Oh, classic.
The fun begins.
That's right. Already, we have Dark World access. See, Frick, look on the positive side. Look at how many different stockings we can hang on these pyramid ledges. Just all ready for the festives.
A glove.
Yes. See, we even have a glove to make sure that we don't burn our hands when we go and hang up our stockings. Surely it's not because we're going to put coal in these stockings, right?
Well, these runners hope that we don't put coal in the
Look,
stockings, but hey, there's a Castle Tower small key. By the way, do want to point one mechanic out here with regards to cross hunt. We started in regular link form when we were in the sanctuary. That means something. If you remember, there's a mechanic to cross hunt that, because of the fact that we were starting off as link form, we have to have an entrance to Hyrule Castle somewhere in the light world.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Speaking of Hyrule Castle, Zelga is going to the Hyrule Castle entrance. Of course, because everything is randomized, it's not guaranteed to be Hyrule Castle.
Yep, and of course this is cross hunt, so you have the illusion of choice, although Gil loved the illusion of choice last time around against Killer App because that was a crazy race there. Where if it was the illusion of choice, Killer App would have had that done in that first game. That was a fun, crazy race that both Willard and I were on commentary for.
Yeah, sometimes these races, these seeds have been just absolutely wild.
Oh, hi, Fire Rod.
Well, we're getting some pretty early head start in our major item progression. Always really great to see. We are seeing Gil do the basement. Very nice couple of seeds. Okay, and he's gonna warp out.
So at least we didn't see Fire Rod on Laser Bridge, where you had to go through the front section of Turtle Rock all the way to Laser Bridge like we did last night.
Oh, that scene! Again, in the words of Gil and Zelga, that is the worst scene that they've had for quite some time. And again, things can only look better. By the way, speaking of only looking better, we've got Zelga's gonna go and face off against some mimics, staring them straight into the eye, and hopefully we're gonna just shove them straight into the wall.
No, Zelga's not going to be facing them right at the eye. Because when you do this mimic clip, you're going to have the mimics turn to your back.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Especially this red one. That could be kind of pesky. If you're actually staring the mimic in the eye, you better have the very coveted mirror shield if you want to try and avoid the fire beams. Otherwise, yeah, you might want to try and not look at them.
Yeah, those things do 2 hearts damage at this early stage. All right, so I guess the big question is are we going to get something useful out of this mimic clip that Zelga is pulling off? And it looks like Zelga's having a little bit of an issue here, pulling it out of the wall a couple of times, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, and kind of also doing the buffered version. You can see that for better or for worse, every single pause that you incur is like another, let's say, like second, or so.
There we go.
We did it. We did. Oh, by the way, Gil found a flute in Ice Rod Cave inside. Where was this?
Right
Oh,
outside of
okay.
Kakariko Village. So it's
Yeah,
going to be
perfect.
something that Zelga's going to get real soon. I'm more concerned with these two items are. We got the big key to Tower of
Ooh,
Hera.
That could be something pretty big. I mean,
And a small key to Turtle Rock. Okay.
yeah, okay. Never complain. Yeah. By the way, especially that big key to Tower of Hera. A very nice reminder from Game 1 of these between Gil and Zelga. I think it was at like the, I don't know, 1 hour 50 mark where they still didn't have a hook shot, so they still couldn't Hera pot up in order to go do Hera.
Hey,
Hera
GT Big Key, which was in GT back in the
That's right.
last
Yeah,
night.
I think it was Map Chest or something. Yeah, so it was a really hilarious GT Big Key. That scene was just full of hilarity for us, the viewers. Again, Gil and Zelga, I think, had different opinions, but we didn't have to play this.
I'm sure Skelly and Tracy had fond memories of getting to call that game one. They had a fun time together.
Oh yeah. I think it was Skelly who said, I thought we were past the 2-hour mark for AD keys times for people like Gil and Zelga, but this game never ceases to surprise us, especially around this time of year.
That scene was so giving.
Yes.
And we are going to want a
us.
hammer for that well.
Mm-hmm. Or somehow, if we can get through in Dark World, we can get a mirror. The lesser seen version, certainly, but again, you never know where these things are going to show up.
For what it's worth, Skull Woods is our green pendant.
I did see that. And of course, we do have a fire rod. Not that it really does too much. I think at least for Skull Woods external, the overworld. But yes, if we already do find the back of Skull Woods, the fire rod will be certainly very handy. Some might even say logically required.
All right, so we go over to that one check that is really out of the way over at the potion shop, and let's just put it this way: it didn't turn out to be anything. That's a check that a lot of people delay getting to because it's just so hard to get to, unless you plan on doing a Houlihan strats.
Yeah, or like Sanka's that useless fairy, which in this case it's not. In fact, Ganon is like the exact opposite. It is incredibly very useful. It is where Ganon is, and so yeah, if you start a Sank there, it's very common. Maybe you'll do a Houlihan. Maybe you'll just go check out the Witch's Hut immediately. But I remember in the earlier days of Cross Keys, everybody fake flippered over to the potion shop. That was like the thing to do, right? And then you Houlihan. And now it seems to be a little bit out of favor. But I know some people still have to hedge your bet. Pod Big Key. We would like to have that.
Now that is glove blocked, which we got right off the pyramid early on. So there we go.
Yeah, you'll never complain about these. Well, in general, you never complain about finding a big key when you haven't been to that place. But Pod Big Key, Eastern Big Key, Desert Big Key, Meyer Big Key. These are big keys that more often than not are required, especially if it's a crystal, and they just take forever to go find. It was Zelga actually picking up that really nice big magic drop. He did find Castle Tower earlier in Light World Hype Cave Fairy with the fire rod with the Castle Tower one, a small key could be something.
Here goes the activation of the flute for Gil.
Yeah, and it's a little bit more convenient for Gil in this case since he came from the south of Kakariko. We're gonna see Zelga doing all of the north Light World checks. I don't know if he's planning on continuing from Lost Woods down to Kakariko, but once he finds a flute, which as you mentioned, yeah, he can't miss it, but he will have to make a slight backtrack over to go activate it. Oh, there's another Castle Tower. What was behind Castle Tower? Did we? Oh,
well,
this, right? We're
looking at what what is behind Castle Tower.
Perfect. Okay.
But that we already have access to the Dark World through Sanctuary, so I'm not worried about it. If you're not worried about it,
I'm never worried about these guys, especially when they're going into Turtle Rock on 1/2 heart trying to go kill the Pokey for that Turtle Rock small key. Never.
Hey, there's that Hera.
Yeah, there is the Tower of Hera, where Zelga can traverse upstairs, but without an actual melee weapon.
Oh, hi there, Moon Pearl.
Oh, I was even just thinking.
What
Right
were you
now,
thinking?
Gil. Well, so Gil and Zelga both right now really just have a couple bombs. Granted, it's a good number of bombs, so we're not too worried. But we're kind of watching Gil, right? Trying to hit these switches via bombs, and every single time you gotta hit one. Not only does it cost a bomb, it also costs like 3 to 4 seconds, right? You just gotta stand there and wait and such. You really just want even a boomerang would be swell. But I mean, it's really great that Gil's persistence and patience is like, you know what, I'm gonna go do this. And one, he also had enough bombs to go do this with. The Pearl, especially coupled with a Sank start at Pyramid, can get you a lot of autonomy. You can do a lot of stuff. As even more stuff. For example, if you have a mirror, but you now have so much more ability to get through to places. Now it looks like we're also, I believe this is Old Man Rescue on Gil's side. We can't see. Do not worry about adjusting the brightness of your screen, especially Gil. Do not press any other buttons. It would be very, we would have a lot of questions and more eyes on the screen if we saw anything else other than just black.
I'm not worried. Are
I'm
you
not worried? No, never. You wouldn't hurt an old man with glasses, would you, Rick?
All right. Well, this is very beneficial for Gil, the fact that there is the heart underneath the pot.
Yes, the one thing that you don't usually see people go pick up. Just like if we ever stumble upon a shop that sells potions, 10 bombs, and a heart, sometimes people do pick up the heart for 10 rupees.
All right, so Gil has found the laser bridge here, the back of Turtle Rock with a hammer.
Did you say something about the hammer and the well, Rick? I think you said that like 5 minutes ago.
20 rupees. Nice ice big. And yeah, we weren't going to survive that.
Yeah, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but we can, I mean, if Gil can get some of his health back, he can take care of the beetle. Yeah, and now he's just going to use the iframes to get to the last chest, which is very, very sensible. Ooh, nice blue
The thing that would have helped save you a little life against our friend here.
Yeah, really nice finds. On Laser Bridge, we have blue mail. Probably more importantly, though, we have that hammer. This is not advanced logic, by the way, so we do still need the mirror shield or the cape or Burna in order to kind of put things in logic. Now that being said, we're never going to complain about getting things out of logic that are extremely beneficial to us.
I feel like that was a little bit of an oops there by Gil, just the fact that he came out of that cave that was the Old Man Rescue and may have just accidentally went back in, but we do get ourselves the bomb shop. We learned that Mire and Ice are 5/6.
Okay, good to know. So, the Ice Palace Big Key is certainly logically required, but not practically required, because at this point, Gil and Zelga, I'm sure, have done either Icebreaker or the Ice Palace Bomb Jump umpteen, hundreds, maybe even thousands of times by now, so I think they're pretty set. Now, that Mire Big Key, though, there's not really a way around that thing.
So one thing I'm noticing here out of Gil is it feels like Gil's not 100% certain what he wants to do at this point. He just found Hyrule Castle, backed out, then went back in. And, I mean, this is a case where, I mean, being able to ad-lib is a very, very difficult attribute that a lot of cross-key type of players inhibit. But also, the indecisions can cost you time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're absolutely right. Everything, and sometimes you can, feel bad for feeling bad. It's like, oh no, I'm wasting all this time. What do I do? And then you end up wasting more time because you're feeling bad instead of making an actual decision.
Yep.
All of these little things just add up, and especially in a higher pressure situation, this is the as you mentioned before, semifinals. There are 4 people, including Gil and Zelga and themselves, remaining in this tournament, and especially for Gil, this is a potential elimination match for him. He needs to win this race to force a game 3, or we will be potentially facing off on a bronze match for him.
And at this point in time, we are technically actually down. There's the Eastern Big. It is locked behind the Hyrule Castle Small.
That's right.
Technically, we are down to 3
Oh, you're
people.
right. You're absolutely correct. I forgot that the other side of the bracket semifinals have actually concluded. That's right.
And
the winner.
And we'll go ahead and just make a note here for the next 10 seconds to pause or to deafen if you don't want to hear. But the winner of this will be facing off against Gamachu in the championship.
That's right. It's a little throwback, I think, believed to the 2020, I want to say 2021 main tournament, where I believe it was Gamma who also made it to the finals, first facing off against Dante. So certainly not Gamma's first time in the finals. Presumably, I wouldn't expect it would certainly be his last either. But also,
by the way,
yeah.
we just found a big key that is boot blocked over here on the library.
Okay, interesting.
Which is up here on Death Mountain for Gil.
So, find the library this early and having something that's boots locked, does that mean that we're going to have early boots, Rick? My copium is spiking.
It doesn't mean anything there, Clear Mouse, because it could come down to it being one of those illusion of choice type of keys, or it is a case where it's the big key to Skull Woods or Swamp Palace, and you just feel bad about yourself.
What if I want to believe that the boots are coming early, Rick? What if I just really want Gylgamesh and zelgadissan to dash?
They're already dashing runners. They're fantastic people of the community, and boots do not make them even more dashing. It just makes them go faster on our screen.
That is very true. You're right. We have both at least seen pictures or webcams or whatever of both Gil and Zelga, so I certainly cannot deny the statement. That being said, I believe maybe Emma and was it Mario? I think on Zelga's side that maybe could just move a little bit faster. That'd be kind of nice.
I mean, that would be nice. Like, so there's the boots right there. There you go.
Perfect. Yes. All right. We don't care about this hammer being out of logic, so we can go get to the well. We will 100% be able to use the A button without waiting to see. In this case, that the mirror shield or the cape or whatever will show up.
Zelga's going to get the hammer in just a few moments here, where it's coming up to the Turtle Rock Laser Bridge, which is going to be the next entrance that Zelga finds.
Yes, yeah. Oh, by the way, you can tell why Gil and Zelga are both in the semifinals of the main tournament. Gil has managed to find Mimicape after the hammer. It is really a feat that you don't really get to see people unless they're extremely skilled and or lucky.
Did Gil just happen to come across this with the hammer? I have a feeling that with that position, Gil would have had found it with that search of Death Mountain already. So maybe. But but we can also go back to it. All right, what's this big key? What is this big key?
With the hammer and the boots?
That is the...
Good call, Rick. Good call. I always knew you were a professional broadcaster. You've just proved my point.
I mean, it's bound to happen.
Both of our wishes came true, okay? The seed today is in a festive giving mood, okay? I got the boots, or we all have the boots, so we're all happy, and then you got your Skull with Big Key on Library. It all worked.
All right, here's Hyrule Castle for Zelga, hammer in hand. We'll see if Zelga chooses to do anything different about this play.
Well, are we potentially going to go and take a connector instead?
No, we're going back out the way we came in.
Okay. I
think Zelga has more things that he needs to do, including... Did Zelga save the old man yet? I think so, yeah.
Oh, no, did he save it? Okay, maybe I just didn't end up seeing.
based on the fact that he just walked away from that. Yeah,
Okay.
Arya Stark, one of our trackers, confirming that is the case.
Yes, thank you so much, Arya. Yeah, Arya and Daruk is so thankful for them to be able to be here.
That is right. Both runners chose to go through the old man rescue to get up to Death Mountain.
All right, Darko actually pointing out, Gil did not do the first chest of a hookshot cave that is accessible via boots. Maybe this will be something else that he'll eventually go back to. Sooner side, later side. Wait for the hookshot. Don't know.
Make the game force you to it.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it at this stage.
Yeah, so with the glove, with the hammer, with the boots, we have a lot of stuff that we can actually go do. Probably most specifically in Light World, we are gonna miss. Oh no, actually we have the pearl too. What am I saying? We have regular Dark World access under the 20-minute mark, which means we can really do like many things now. We can go pretty much anywhere that we want.
You can go around in a circle.
Is this really a circle? I feel
like
it's
more of an @ symbol.
Okay, yeah. Who are we gonna @ today, Rick? Who would you like to ping?
That's a tough one to answer because I know there's certain people that would like to refer to me on this cave.
How about
I don't know what
Santa?
you're talking about. See, they're adding Gamachu. Here you go. We're adding Gamachu.
Perfect. If only now we have a bottle. Yeah, Zelga actually okay. He's changing his mind a little bit. Looks like he's gonna be a little bit later to the well and by proxy the boots on his side, but probably just gonna finish up this section of East Dark World.
And then we're gonna get occupied by Desert Palace.
Yeah, this is when the adventure never ends. You just find connector after connector, and you really just want to go take them.
Welcome to Cross Keys.
Connector, yeah. See connector.
Or Cross Hunt.
That's right. Yeah. Very similar to Cross Keys. It is going to be cross world entrance, key sanity, all of the things that we have grown to love and
sword on that mushroom pickup. Also, did you see what was on that torch?
I unfortunately missed what was on the torch.
It's a small key.
Okay, okay. That means that Gil, when he finds the desert connector, is going to be another one of those things where he doesn't have to leave behind. Yeah, and getting boots, as we're kind of seeing Gil's. Okay, Rick. Let me ask you the question. Is this enough for Ice Palace? Okay, I didn't even have to finish my question.
No, I don't want to see Ice Palace on 4 hearts.
Hearts? Oh, we got half magic, Rick, and a sword.
The logic, half magic.
It's fine. Everything is. You know, I fully understand. Why maybe Gil would like to find a little bit better equipment.
But then again, Mouse, remember, these runners did low equipment Vitreous yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. And in fact, it was Gil who led the charge. First one, diving into Misery Mire, with everything except the Cane of Samari in order to go beat it. And lo and behold, would you believe that the Cane of Samari was just inside Mire itself? And so then suddenly, you know, Gil and Zelga are both like, I guess I have a fighter's sword. And couple arrows. I guess we're gonna make this happen. Yeah, and they both did it, so very well done.
Yeah, they definitely did. It took them a while. A while to do that fight, but I give him a lot of props to wind up doing that battle. And it looks like Zelga is homing in on those boots right now over here at the well located at the Magic Bat.
Yeah. And honestly, the difference in which Gil and Zelga got their boots isn't really that big. I mean, Zelga might be a little bit more, chagrined in that, oh, hey, look, the boots are just here, and I did Spiral Cave without the boots, and I did Desert Connector without the boots. Yeah. I mean, but, you know, these things happen. Certainly not going to be very much time loss.
The Elder leads to one of our force outs, our 5 force outs in this game.
Okay.
So we're not going to go back to that unless we find the mirror, which would give us right side DM access at this stage.
Yeah.
All right, Gil's going to be finding desert here. And Zelga now with the ability to kill what's here at the Moldorm. Going to find out what is out of logic behind the bow.
Yeah, that's very, very correct. Definitely capitalizing on his very hard-earned mimic-clipped Tower of Hera big key.
Now,
I really wanted a bow here.
I mean, yes. So watch this be the Hera small, just because.
Oh, this will. I don't want to see that key, right?
I don't want to see it either, but the game doesn't care. Okay, they're both GT smalls.
Hilarious. It's like, just in case you missed the text box from the other one, you could just go see they're actually both the same. Zelga showing us that he is trying to do the Hera bomb jump
setup right
without a sword to kind of help you buffer. All right. Okay. Cool.
Get a skull small. Oh, by the way, Zelga's playing with Grand Poo World MSU. That's the reason why he's playing as Mario.
Yeah, but assuming the Moldorm fight goes reasonably well, Zelga is going to be the first one on the scoreboard with 1 out of 10 Triforce pieces. That is extremely well done. A Moldorm fight. No fuss, no muss. Moldorm, again, just may as well put a Santa hat on him, and then he'll be. It's just 'tis the season.
Why is there no festive mode this year?
I don't know, Rick. I don't know. I do miss them. I thought they were a lot of fun.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, but I guess if you want some festivities, maybe not necessarily with the Santa hats that were that are really adorable, especially on the popos. I believe there is a 12 days of Enemizer going on. You will have lots of festivities with those seeds. Believe you me.
I'm feeling the Grinch.
Some of them have been extremely entertaining. Again, from
I've heard about some of them. I've heard about them.
Oh, I hope Gil is okay. Okay, looks like he used ether to try and, I was gonna say freeze up the enemies.
Yeah,
some fire and ice combination.
Gil's getting a little lost inside this room, trying to find where that torch is.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe some of the enemies just ended up getting in the way or something of the torch. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
It was just a red rupee. Nothing to write home about. Gil also remember that he has blue mail, so the bombs are gonna have to take a little bit more in this case in order to try and death warp himself out. He has given up.
At this point, I would just save and quit, considering the fact that the tower is right next to your start. And Zelga jumping over to find out that the Spectacle Rock top is located at Waterfall. So we will not be doing that again.
Right, and especially not without flippers. Zelga does have enough Zora money, which with the glove, it is in logic. However, that being said, let's just go to the other logical way, and we found the big key to that's a very nice key to have.
That's a fun key to have. All right. All right, so Bombable Hut has been located. Meyer Shed has been located. Branching out paths, trying to figure out who's got the better path at this point in time. First bottle and small key to GT. That's 3 small keys.
Yeah, 3 small keys total. We have not found GT as far as I know. So, but once we do get in there, how much can we really do? We can sequence break out left side. We don't have the hook shot. But given what they had to do for the hook shot yesterday for game 1, I'm sure they're very capable of doing that.
Goodness, that
swamp too. Wow. Okay. Hook shot, please.
I mean, we already had enough stress about that hook shot yesterday.
Yes. Ooh, we found the big key to Meyer. That is definitely a very much required big key. And a small key to Ice Palace. Rick, when are we going into Ice Palace? We have the hammer, we have the fire rod. Gil has, look, he has 5 whole hearts now. That's like 1 more than 4.
I would like to find out what we're supposed to have to be able to get that hammer to beat Ice Palace at this point.
That's actually, that's true. For those of the more, I would say, like purists, would like to see how we're actually supposed to go get the hammer, we will be waiting.
Hey, single arrow, whoopee!
Right. All right, goodbye, bee friend. Who will we have? Can we have our bee friend back? Zelga, you have the bug net. You could use the bug net. You see that in the quick swap? We could have kept our bee friend.
Instead, Zelga says no.
No. Unfortunate. These are our friends. Gives us lots of companionship, honey. I have seen a regular bee destroy all 4 mini Moldorms. And Mothula. So these bees are pretty powerful.
Mouse is your bee aficionado here.
Yeah. Hanging out with Days Cloud a bit, as a regular apiary. All right, what do we find? Oh, okay, I was gonna say we found the front of Skullwoods. We know where the front of Skullwoods is. This is regular entrance, not a shuffled Zelga Woods. Who has the big key to Skullwoods? Is that Gil?
That's what the tracker says.
Okay, all right.
Because that was the key that was in the library.
That's right. That is the one that Gil ended up getting.
And remember, this is not guaranteed a small key.
It's in fact a heart. It was a sand card even. Zelga is probably someone who is maybe on the more extreme side, who really will just turn down safeties before he has the mirror. Again, we're kind of demonstrating, also a Gil side when he was trying to death warp out of the castle tower. Eventually, you just kind of give up and you're just like, I'll just save and quit. It's not worth the time that I'm spending to try and death warp. I'll just start my route elsewhere. And Zelga doing.
And both runners are going to congregate over in Skullwoods. Also, good news for you, Mouse.
Yes.
We didn't have soft lock woods.
That is actually very, very good news. Now I know that Zelga does have a skull with small key that he ended up getting in his travels, but Gil does not. But we're gonna see what's in this big key.
Just 20 rupees.
It is only 20 rupees.
You hope when you have something like that is going to be worth something, because we obviously would love to see where the mirror is, because that's the next big item in cross keys.
Yeah, we have had so much stuff already. Pearl, glove, hammer, pretty much under 20 minutes. We have the boots. That can, of course, obviously lets it go very, very fast, but it does logically unlock more things. But I think you're right, Rick. The last major item that we're looking for this seed, really to kind of open things up, is going to be that mirror. I would like to personally see a hookshot. I would also like to see a cape, or maybe a Burna, or I guess 3 shields in a row. Again, we're still kind of missing what we were supposed to have in order to use our hammer.
Yeah, something that puts that hammer in logic.
Yeah, looks like Gil is just gonna finish up and grab the vanilla small key here in West Lobby pot key, and then where does this lead us? Oh, right, to the back of Skull was right. No, Skull was literally just here, so. We have found a potentially swapped dungeon location. Zelga was thinking about it, but it's gonna go in with his Desert Palace big key.
Yeah, I think this was a case where Zelga's like, oh, right, I can finish this.
Yeah. I was wondering if he wanted to come back with better equipment, because sometimes, there are better things. You got the fire rod.
You got the fire rod. You got the one of the better equipment.
I'm looking for a bow. But unfortunately, it looks like the vanilla way of being able to beat this boss is not going to happen today. This is something that Zelga, I think, can basically go do at any time, just because on Lamos, there's only the Triforce piece and the crystal really here. But you know, you're in Dark World, as you mentioned before. We do have the Fire Rod that will be able to take care of them with no issues whatsoever. So may as well just get our second piece and be on the scoreboard immediately. Yeah, it doesn't actually look like the pattern is quite lined up to do a one cycle. And yeah, with Zelga really not having that enough magic shots, we're just gonna, you know, hammer and slash our sword way over. But yeah, that's piece number 2 for Zelga. Gil is scouting Bumper Ledge. Seeing this case that there is a mystery big key to him. I think every other big key... Well, no, he doesn't have the Tower of Hera big key, so that one still can be a bit more of a surprise, or like a groaner, and that, oh, I wanted another better big key. However, that being said, he is still missing the hook shot, so Tower of Hera big key certainly won't. He will not turn down, because that means that he will be able to, just like Zelga did earlier, get another piece.
There's the desert pig right there.
Yeah.
You're seeing it on your screen on the Gylgamesh side.
By the way, Zelga finding Blind Hut, we have found a Master Sword and the Red Boomerang, things that would be pretty helpful to be able to have.
Zelga 0 for 4 on that Fire Rod shot.
Gil, you mean?
Gylgamesh 0 for 4 on that Fire Rod shot.
Yeah, don't worry, he's just practicing. You always want your practice to go to be disasters, because that means when you go do the real things, you've gotten all your disasters out of the way.
By the way, Zelga find Thieves Town Big also in the tracks over here.
Okay.
So the connector that you need to get to Laser or to Bumper Ledge is through Spectacle Rock, and there's an entrance at the Bombable Hut in Kakariko Village.
All these great connectors. I'm learning all these new connector names ever since I'm trying to do more. When you look at the spoiler log, it's really wild. All right, but we're gonna try and get some more things that are Pearl Lock that we ended up getting from the basement of Tower, the basement cage of Tower of Hera. Nothing in Dig Game.
Yeah, we're keeping it focused kind of more towards Zelga because this is new information to us than what we saw from Gil, or what we're seeing from Gil right now. Small key, that is to G.
Ooh, is that our fourth? Is that all 4 GT small keys, Rick? Between Zelga and Gil.
I think so.
Yeah, because Zelga has 3, Gil has 2. Yeah, that's right. Yes, and one of their keys.
Right, was on the torch.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, that's all 4. Hype Cave, featuring a map that we don't care about. And the reason why you don't care about maps in this mode is because you need 10 Triforce pieces. The only things you really care about is your green pendant, because that opens up the item on Sahasrahla, and the 5-6. You might care about the other pendants if that particular other thing is needed, but we're not going to think about that just yet.
Yeah. No, you actually bring up a very good point. I know that some runners, even in cross keys, just tend to turn up their nose at, you know, they see a map, they don't even bother to pick up. However, there's even less value, as you mentioned before, here to go pick up maps because we don't need them. The goal, as you can see in the upper right, is the Triforce piece.
So Zelga backed out of Thieves Town. Zelga can beat Thieves Town. But Zelga, I think, is working himself into a way that he's going to check to see what this Desert Small Key is. And the reason why is because he does not want to see that key in Desert turn out to be the Thieves Small. So I like this play from Zelga, where he's going to go back into Desert, get this small key.
You mean to tell me that there was something maybe that was related in game 1 where both Zelga and Gil had to go back to Thieves Town Big Chest to go get their Desert Palace big key? And they don't really want a repeat of that situation again? Is that what you're telling me?
I think runners like to not have to backtrack to another dungeon if they can avoid it.
Oh, the joys of rando.
Now, Zelga's going to find out that that is not the Thieves Town Small, but you don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, for Zelga, that is all 4 GT keys, and certainly something pretty suspicious. Maybe there's something on top of GT, maybe something in rando room, because, you know, again, is there a reason why we have all 4 GT small keys so early? I mean, but that means that we don't know hookshot.
So we could have so many. So we could have so many required items in GT like we did back in game 1. That GT was cruel.
It was loaded. It was loaded, and and the whole game basically was just to work your way. I guess just like any other random seed, right? Go collect your crystals as fast as possible. So you can go to GT.
Right. Here's the other mechanic of cross hunt. The GT entrance is open. What's at GT? Just a map. We don't care about that.
We do not care about this. And for those of you thinking, well, maybe there is maps and compasses are related to potentially some logic associated. This is the entrance branch, so there is no map and compass logic. So this is like unlike 80 keys, they're really not useful whatsoever. It's just an extra text box with some extra fanfare.
And again, as we mentioned already, in Cross Hunt, you're concerned about getting your 10 Triforce pieces. So as a result, you at this stage don't care. You don't care what's a pendant and what's a crystal.
That's very true. Well, okay, you care about like what green pendant is, right? Because that can lead to another item. As you mentioned before. But yes, in this case, really, whether it's a pendant, whether the dungeon's a crystal, it's we're just kind of going through the motions of getting the thing that we're required to pick up.
And we're still waiting to find out what this piece of logic is that's preventing us from logically having the hammer.
Hey, look, it's a shovel. Let's go dig up. We were just there.
Oh, gosh. All right, small key to Skull Woods inside of King's Tomb, located at Dark 5.
Yeah, do you think Gil's going to finish up Thieves Town here?
Mirror is in Thieves Town!
I think I might leave, honestly, with this mirror. Since it's so easy to death
no, we're staying in.
Gil is continuing. Okay, all right. Okay, we have already been burned by one Thieves Town Big Key in game 1. They will not happen again. I guarantee on that fallacy. I'm sure I'll be fine. Nobody's worried.
I'm not worried if you are.
I'm not worried. I'm never worried. Maybe the small key is just back here. You never know.
That would be absolutely cruel. Yeah, all right, so 110 rupees to go visit somebody's home.
That's a really expensive cover charge to go
visit somebody's home. It feels like those door repair charges in Zelda 1.
Oh, those are expensive, and that happens all the time too. Zelda, I forgot. The Ice Palace is boots locked, and Gil had found this much earlier. But Zelda, this is his first time here. No half magic in which to speak up, but we do have Master Sword and an empty bottle. That doesn't really do much, but I believe Zelda. I mean, he is a 2020. I want to say 2022 spoiler log champion. This should be a relative cakewalk for him.
Nice kill there. All right. This is the next check that I'm more interested in for Gil.
Blind Hut. Or Blind Hut. Blind Cell.
Blind Cell, yep.
Yes.
Because what is in this chest is in logic.
That's right. I think we've actually seen another seed earlier in this tournament where, or maybe it was another tournament where you had to actually go into Blind Cell logically to go get something, leave the dungeon, and then come back. It is only 20 rupees. Everything is
20 rupees isn't something you care about here.
Okay, Zelga, she's kind of also showing us no Cane of Samaria, which just means that the Cane of Samaria are probably in this dungeon. We are having to go do the Ice Palace bomb jump version of this.
No.
No?
No. Kane Samari is going to be in Mire again.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, that's fine too. We do have the boots to get in, so I fully believe you.
I'm glad you believe me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were the one who called the skull was Big Key on the library. So, you know, based on that one item that you called correctly, I'm going to believe you on everything now.
A broken watch can be right twice a day.
Okay, so you got one more in you? That's what I just heard. I will wait patiently for the Cane Samar to be in Mire.
All right, there we go. First Triforce piece for Gil, while Zelga is working on Triforce piece number 3.
Yeah, very soon to be. Now, while it does look certainly a bit lopsided for Zelga, you know, coming into what, a 3-1 lead, the dungeons that Zelga can do are very fast.
After the quarterfinals between Killer Rap and Gil, I'm not calling this thing until they cross the finish line.
Oh, yeah,
I made that mistake.
Yeah.
I made that mistake back in that race between those two. And now Gil's going to go into Ice Palace as well.
Yeah, exactly, right. I mean, so Gil is, I don't know, 2/3-ish of Ice Palace behind. He has half magic, so his coaster fight's going to be probably a little bit faster. So he has probably more fire rod shots to burn. I guess pun intended. But yeah, he's gonna close on a second piece, as you mentioned before. Zelga will be on his third piece shortly. Very different dungeons out of Ice Palace so far.
I will say though, for Ice Palace, because we're in some place that's nice and cool, and it is that time of year, a very happy holidays to everyone. Thank you very much for joining us here on this holiday eve.
Yeah, for those of you having time off, celebrating, traveling, it certainly, now is the time to recharge. You know, sit back, relax. You know, watch Gil and Zelga entertain us greatly. They're the ones doing the hard work.
And then when the runners are in Turtle Rock, we'll wish them a happy 4th of July.
Exactly, yes.
Nice.
By the way, that's a lamp and compass chest.
Flippers!
And flip. Ooh, that Ice Palace Big Key. That was very early, very useful. Very probably necessary at this point. Yeah.
Now we know why. But we still don't know how we're supposed to be here. Well, not...
Very true.
Right, we don't... Wait.
Zelga, I think, is looking for magic.
Okay. How are we supposed to be here? All right,
we haven't found this out yet.
We still have a very big piece of this gap that we need to figure out.
Yeah, you can also see, I think Zelga earlier was trying to look for some health, just so he can try and use some sword beams to save some of his fire rod shots.
It's not a clear mouse commentary without the sirens. Everything's okay over there, right?
Did you say something about being too festive? Because that's what I just heard.
Nice fight for Zelga, Chris, or Triforce piece number 3.
Somehow, they always seem to be active whenever I'm on a mic.
I
don't understand why.
They know.
They know.
They look at the speed. They look at the speed mouse. They look at the SpeedGaming or the Zelda speedrun schedule. Mouse is on commentary. Woo woo.
Yeah. Everyone's so excited to rush home. That's right.
All right. Gil's gonna be going up against Cold Stare coming up here in just a moment.
Yeah. By the way, is that another? Is that our first pot? Second pot key. Third pot key for Zelga. In the spike chest. Yeah, it looks like Gil and Zelga full clearing out Ice Palace as a dungeon. So no chest left behind. Yeah, but Zelga I think was really trying to get some extra health so he can save some of the fight to make his fight faster. But he certainly did very well. to be able to take down Cold Stare in phase 2.
So lamp and flippers. I've
Are
got
we gonna
questions.
go into Hookless Swamp? Rick, what do you think?
I want to find out what's got this hammer in logic.
Yeah, we're still waiting. Any type of invincibility item, cape or Burna, 3 shields. If they come up, I think it would be quite chagrin to see that. It would be 'tis the season. Don't tell Flipeel.
Can I be honest? I think
of course.
I think we're going to find the mitts before we find out the invincibility item.
Maybe, yeah.
Because the mitts would put those boots in logic.
That's true. The Pearl unlocks a lot of stuff. By the way, okay, Zelga is going in to the first chest of Swamp Palace. It is a vanilla key. Oh my gosh.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is one of those like, okay, I found Swamp. I don't have a small
hook
key. I don't have
shots
to make
here.
a decision.
Oh, book.
Oh,
That's
book.
cute.
Okay.
And Zelga's going to stop because of the fact that I have a feeling that, I'm too deep into the logic puzzle at this point in time. I need to repair this logic.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Again, recognizing that the hammer that he has is not logical.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure what in Dark World or everything is really just like hard hammer locks, because with the Pearl and with the glove and our connectors, seemingly we can do a lot of stuff in Dark World without having hammer. It just makes a lot of things more convenient for us.
Yeah.
Now that being said, though, it led us to finish, let's say, a whole Ice Palace, having double dip, doing Thieves Town potentially. We would like to keep the hammer, but yeah, the whole how can we actually put our hammer in logic and the boots, I guess, for that matter, right now, it's still quite the big mystery.
But I do think that is the game plan here for Zelga, is to figure out what is this logic chain, Skullwood Small. That's all Skullwood Smalls, I think.
Yeah,
that we've seen.
I think so. No, I don't think we found Skullwood's back yet. But with the Fire Rod and logically all 3 Skullwood small keys, Mothula certainly is very on the table for us. Now, for Zelga though, and as I would say, currently a major advantage that Gilg has over Zelga is that mirror that Gilg found in the 3rd chest of Thieves Town, which Zelga, again, he has the big key. He maybe didn't want to go into the front 4 and potentially have to take a very painful death warp out. So he's going to be maybe missing out on that mirror for a little bit longer. Because the mirror, I don't know... Oh, speaking of, we have the hook shot here in Paradox. Gil did use the mirror as a shortcut into Hookshot Cave. With the Ice Rod too. Wow. So we'll see in this case if there are any connectors. If Gil wants to take, it looks like we just go straight back over. But if there's not another convenient connector over into Paradox Cave, which this one is definitely very mirror locked, Zelga's gonna have to kind of wait for that hook shot just a little bit longer.
And these are the things that Gil needs if he's going to extend this series and take this to a game 3. Mitts!
Oh, those are the
Flipper blocked mitts.
Wow.
No, that's actually very huge. That is very huge. We have to find some invincibility item to get that in logic.
Where... There... Oh, our
There
mysteries have
There
been
it is.
solved.
There it is.
Dude, imagine the sequence. We have to go to Ice Palace. Wait, to go get the boots? The flippers were in ice, right? And the
The
boots were
flippers
in
were
the well?
in ice, but you got to remember, Ice Palace was boot blocked.
Yeah, exactly. So we were supposed to get the boots first. Is there a cape somewhere?
No, the first glove opens up Zora.
Oh, right. You only need one glove. That's right.
Yep.
Logically, that's right. We were just supposed to do like 5 billion trips back and forth in order to go get everything. Yes, I understand.
Yep, you're supposed to get the glove off the
Yes.
pyramid at the very beginning of this game. Hookshot Cave, leading to... Nothing.
Literally nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
It was, yeah. See, Gil was smart in order to not come back here with the boots and just come back here only with the hook shot. Saved us one more trip in.
All right, where's this Hookshot Cave leading us to? I'm gonna say Floating Island.
Oh, that'd be pretty convenient, especially with that mirror that we have.
Nope.
It is
Castle Top, which is another convenient area.
Yeah, but Zelga's gonna try and push the book advantage
Oh,
to a
Meyer.
Yes, an inverted Meyer Palace. Misery Meyer at the Desert Palace entrance. Alright, looks like we have everything. We have the boost to get in. We have the big key to Meyer. Okay, alright, I'm ready, Rick. Which chest do you think Samaria is here in? Yesterday was a Meyer lobby.
I mean, we joke about PRNG, but I'm ready for this to wind up happening again.
I'm also ready. Okay. Alright, Zelga beelining over to left side without the B, of course. Even though we had the opportunity to go buy B only for 10 paltry rupees. If we can afford 500 for Zora, surely we can spare 10 for some companionship along the way. Yeah, we don't have all 3 Meyer small keys to put this in logic, but I mean, again, I think yesterday, I mean, the Meyer keys don't have to show up early, just like that Invincibility didn't have to show up until much later. It could just be kind of floating around to some places that we'll just not check for quite some time, and there could be something very important here.
I mean, we're still missing the bow. We are still missing the cane. There's definitely a few other things that we could find as well. That piece of heart is not something that you'd want to see.
Yeah, especially for Zelga, which again, at this point, he doesn't know where the mirror is. The mirror that Gil has is in the 3rd chest of Thieves Town, which the longer you kind of put things off like this, the harder it is to be able to, well, death warp without the mirror, you know, and yeah, the more safeties, anything that Zelga's gonna get, you're like, oh, I have to, that's 2 more hits I have to go take now in order to try and death warp out.
My apologies.
A disincentive.
My apologies, but the Cane of Samaria was not in the Meyer lobby.
Oh no. Don't worry, thanks to this Meyer compass that we saw.
Vanilla? Is it vanilla? Well, that's red, but not the red we are looking for.
Zelga is like, can I put any of these safeties back? I need to leave. Okay, another Turtle Rock small key.
Has somebody seen what Sick Kid yields yet?
I don't think so. I don't think either of them have been back there. By the way, talk about useless maps. I don't know if Ganis Tower maps and Hyrule Castle maps have gotten more useless or less useless, because now they're at least on parity with the rest of the maps that we have.
They're still useless.
Anyway, that's what we ended up getting on Gil's side from the person under the bridge.
Alright, so nothing inside of Misery Meyer this time around.
Yeah, looks like Gil's gonna try and do a couple more mirror lock locations. This is gonna be probably King's Tomb and graveyard-like entrances. Gil also remembering that he does not have the myths. That is Zelga's domain only. It is not Zora's domain, even though that came from there. And Zelga, speaking of, getting a somewhat later Skullwood's big key, because I think I mentioned before, he had not been back to the mountain ever since he got the boots. Okay, Zelga gonna try and clean up some of the stuff. He will probably give it the old college try, the one and done, in order to get the rest of Hookshot Cave. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I mean, we know from both Zelga and Gil's side, there's nothing of value to be had in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, both runners have attempted to do this trick yesterday in game number 1. Both of them did the 1. Nope, didn't work. Okay, we're done. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure what, if anyone has, I guess, a decisive advantage. Because right now it's kind of Gil's mirror versus Zelga's mitts, and so far the mirror hasn't really led to very much. But Zelga hasn't really capitalized on the mirror on the mitts either.
It led to a backwards entry into
that's true.
Paradox.
That's
but
true.
we need to figure out where the main entrances to Paradox are.
That's
Ice
right.
by Cave.
Gil would really like to have that Cane of Burna. Can we brute force Spike Cave? Maybe he doesn't want to. I think it's fine.
Nah, we're not gonna do that. Not at this position. Not with 3.5 hearts and only 1 bottle.
Yeah, okay. This looks like Dark Shopping Mall for a finish. Probably gonna just go and finish up the rest of the Dark Potion Shop. Onwards onto Catfish, and with the flippers, as you mentioned, we're gonna go probably Gil's gonna find out where Waterfall Fairy leads, which is the other side of Speck Rock, and what's on Catfish, and probably go get his Berta, and then...
okay, there's our floating island access.
We have found Eastern Palace at Dark Potion Shop. It's a really inconvenient place to be. Gil even has the Eastern Palace big key
and
that he got from Zelda Cell, so I mean, I can certainly very much understand this.
I mean, that's another case where we mentioned about Gil not being fully certain what he wants to do. Nice sword.
Already paying off the value of Eastern.
I didn't even see what that medallion was.
Same.
Okay, that's how we're supposed to get to Paradox.
Okay. So myths are, sounds like logically required. I guess we don't know the last entrance to Paradox yet, but it doesn't look like we needed those myths to get here.
So Zelga's about to get the hook shot here. And the ice rod.
Yeah. I guess, are you going back to Swamp then? Zelga knows that is a vanilla small key, so he can just go straight back in.
Yep. Which thus makes it another beatable crystal, or not crystal, Triforce piece. That would put 4.
If we can find Turtle Rock Big Key, that would be 5. Because it would be Trinex. We know where Laser Bridge is. Samaria would open up certainly Misery Mire.
It would also open up Trinex.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's true.
I had to throw in that correction before Twitch chat decided they're going to throw in that correction.
Yeah, thank you. Just one of those pesky little requirements. Right?
There's the Thief Small.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's a Thief's Town Smokey in Eastern Palace. That bow better show for Zelga real soon if he's going to go back to Thief's Town, if he's going to wait for that Thief's Town Small Key, because we have seen what Zelga's principles are that he would like to adhere to when he plays entrance.
By the way, it was a mitt-blocked Paradox, unless there's another connector over here. There goes Zelga right straight to Swamp with that hook shot in hand.
Yeah, very
it is a fully required mitts as of now. Cane of Samaria!
That is the Cane of Samaria in Eastern Palace Big Key Chest. Eastern Palace paying out massive dividends here for Gylgamesh. If there is a bow here in the Swamp Palace, the Zelga will have a much high, like he will, once he finds Eastern Palace, he'll be able to get all these goodies that Gil has. But until then, Gil's position is very strong.
All right, let's see what we have. Just a piece of heart there. So Gil is going to get the mitts coming up here in just a moment.
Yeah. Right now, another thing that is going for Zelga is the fact that he is in Swamp Palace. There is a vanilla Swamp Small in the first chest of Swamp. No one is kind of guessed that. So Gil kind of has to make the choice to go in to Swamp. It is not difficult to get to for the record, is just in Desert Fairy location, but Gil still needs to make that decision to consciously go in and say, okay, what is in the first test of Swamp?
Mm-hmm.
And and then he'll be surprised.
And that is a difficult one to try to make on your
yes.
own side. So this is going to be the logic replacer for Gil. You already saw it just marked on the tracker there, but the blue cane.
Yeah, Gil's like, finally, everything is in logic. Yeah, and with the myths now, I think outside of whatever medallion entries that we may need, looks like it's either for Turtle Rock, maybe was Bombos? Question mark. For Meyer, I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, because the Meyer check on Zelgadissan was so fast. But I think we should have access to every entrance outside of those.
Left side Swamp, what do you got for us?
Absolutely nothing. But it's okay. The point is that we did not get screwed over by left side Swamp by having progression that we have skipped down on.
Yahoo!
Yes. This is certainly no closed secret by any means over the course of history. Not, of course, exclusive to Zelga, just sometimes a bit more exacerbated on his side, as the left side Swamp and Zelga are not good partners. Alright, it is Ether. Thank you so much for giving us that very nice check. So maybe Gil will actually go in, or at least make that check. Alright, we have no Swamp Big Key. Did forget about this. So hopefully there'll be something good here in the back of Swamp Palace for Zelga.
Yep, getting checks now that we were not able to see from Zelga because no mirror. Small key, there's your sewers key.
Okay, okay. Alright, so that means that the Eastern Palace Big Key now potentially is available for Zelga to grab. I don't know if he was explicitly waiting for the Hyrule Castle key to show up before doing Hyrule Castle, for the record, but it is something that is like, oh, okay, that is something now I can go do, and it's in logic. Okay, we don't need any more bombs. We don't need any more killing.
And Gil's gonna find Meyer here, which will be a full clear.
That's right, with the Cane of Samaria coming in from Eastern Palace Big Key Chest. This is gonna be piece number 3 for Gylgamesh.
While Zelga's working on piece number 4 right now against Argus.
Yes. He has many arms. Okay, that's less good. I like your joke better. Those little tentacles at the bottom. I didn't realize how small they were.
And Argus is down. Try force piece number 4 for Zelga. Again, you can't count anyone out until the final whistle here.
Yeah, and right now, like, the dungeons that Gil and Zelga have completed outside of Ice Palace are just so massively different. Right? I mean, we have Ice Palace in common. Gil's working on Meyer, and he has Thieves Town, and Zelga has Swamp, Desert, Hera. Basically, completely different dungeons. One of the features that, of course, a crosshunt gives you is that you don't have to go to the same pieces that your opponent does. You can get other dungeons. And I guess if we ever find GT, we can go get, like, Ice Armos as a piece if we find we have the GT Big Key, so we can climb to go get Moldorm's piece as well. I mean,
yeah,
there are lots of options.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at this point in time if the bow doesn't show up that we see somebody mimic clip.
Oh, we already saw Zelga mimic clip for Tower of Hera Big Key, so yeah, very understandable.
Who's honking?
Is somebody honking?
Yeah, that's what I just heard in the background.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that. Normally I can hear the sirens. Maybe I just get used to them. All right, what's here in Turtle Rock? Zelga is going for the big key chest, which you do not need the Cane of Samaria for. As we're demonstrating, Zelga's hovering confidence in himself probably will not yield very much distance. If we want to get anywhere else, that would require the Cane of Samaria for. It is
Also,
only 10 arrows.
What is with this equipment that Gil is about to face off against Vitreous with? This is miles above where they were at yesterday.
I don't know. I don't know if you can handle this based on what he did yesterday with only Fighter's Sword and like 20 arrows or something. You think he can handle it with Tempered Sword and half magic and Burna and another green potion? Maybe, just maybe.
I think it's might not be doable for Gil. This might be a very stressful fight after what you had to put up with yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, so we know, of course, because we already saw from Zelga that there was no bow over here.
There could be a bow on Vitreous. For what it's
worth?
There is no. Okay, yes, you're right.
Because you gotta remember, it's a Triforce piece.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. Actually, I keep forgetting this. Right, bosses only drop a prize, crystal or pendant, and the Triforce piece. That's right.
All right, Zelga's gonna get the Eastern Big in just a moment.
Yeah, all we gotta do now is wait for Zelga to find Eastern, which is a dark potion shop, and that bow. Okay, and for the record, Zelga has been known to go into Eastern Palace when Eastern is sufficiently in a terrible enough location. Dark Potion Shop, I'm not quite sure if it would constitute as that exception.
Yeah, I think the problem is with the pyramid start. At the Sanctuary of the Pyramid.
Good point.
That's what makes it more hard to predict what Zelga's going to do here.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is going to be so stressful. I don't know if Gil can do it.
Yeah.
Tempered sword against these eyes? Are you kidding me?
He's not even taking any damage either. I don't know. It's just like does he even have any more feelings? All right, phase 1 down. Just gonna slash our way through. He doesn't even care. He's got blue mail.
And here comes the Eastern Big for Zelga. And here's Triforce piece number 3 for Gil. And Zelga's still not going into Thieves Town to get that mirror. Has to do with Death Warp here. And at 9 hearts, the 10 hearts. That's a little bit of a time consumption.
No, it is. It is. And, at least he was only on, 4.5, 5. And the Green Guard guarantees 1/2 heart of damage every single hit, regardless of armor. So at least that is something. But, you really want the mirror.
Bumper top.
Okay. We do have a hook shot to get through. So that is something. In case anyone had been wondering, you do not actually... the cape is not the only thing that gets you through that bumper. You can actually hook across through the pots in order to get to the other side of the connector. You do need the bumper. You do need the cape, though, to get to the other, to do the other way. But in this way, you only need the hook shot.
Also, we did have access without the mitts to this area.
Was it through Paradox? Is that what it was?
Turtle Rock left.
Is
at the Dark Agena.
Oh, okay. So we did actually have a connector over here. Gotcha.
Yep, we did. These town entrances, Hype Cave. Also, chat talking about a possibility that Gil will take this all the way to the front. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it's a very reasonable stance to take, especially at this point. You have the Cane of Samaria can capitalize on this, and you're also at an end of a route, Mouse. Yeah. Oh yeah. And plus, we don't know where Turtle Rock front is. We don't have the Turtle Rock big key to go beat Trinix, so you may as well see where, in this case, where this entrance goes to.
Yep. And here we go. Gil's gonna do it. You're gonna get a key here that's gonna put you back to 1. And you've already seen Turtle Rock Laser Bridge, so you just need the 1.
Yeah. Assuming this is the piece that you want to go get, right? I mean, there could be other options, but yeah, if we find that Turtle Rock big key, then it'd be another easy piece.
Bombos, back 3 of escape.
Doesn't look like we're gonna need it today because we have the early fire rod plus the medallion entries for both Mire and Turtle Rock are both ether. However, never really hurts to have another medallion to your name.
We're gonna get deeper into the Palace of Darkness now for Zelga.
Yeah, I was wondering when Zelga wanted to go back to Pod, and for Gil, because we're slowly accumulating these small keys. We got the big key also fairly early as well. We just don't have that pesky bow. That being said, how many times have you seen a bow to this dungeon in Pod? Very, very frequently.
Okay, so we are not going to go all the way to the front of Turtle Rock, which I guess I do understand. We already have seen. We already have all the items to get into all the locations at this point in time, so it's not like it's gonna. Oh, GT!
Oh, wow. Of all places,
Mirror Black GT.
I believe this is going to be. Oh, you're right. This is a checkerboard entrance, which is something that Zelga could not get without the mirror in front of Thieves Town. Yeah, maybe there's gonna be if both bows are here in GT. Oh man!
We have access to 22 items. 22 items inside this GT at this point.
Yeah, and a Triforce piece on Ice Armos or behind Ice Armos. So is very good for Gil.
And Gil is doing tile room immediately. Probably, this might be a case where Gil understands Zelga's EP feelings, so maybe trying to press the Cane of Samaria advantage.
Oh, if I find the Cane of Samaria in Eastern Palace, I find there is the bow in Pendant Pod Rupee Basement. Yeah, but I to your point though, Rick, if I find anything in Eastern where, especially at this point, a bow has not shown up, I'm feeling tremendously good against Zelga. And Gil found a Temper Sword and Cannonball chest, and he found Cane of Samaria in Eastern Palace Big Key chest. The Eastern Palace stuff was pretty difficult to get to. I mean, right now, like, Gil still doesn't have a bow yet, right? We haven't been able to get anything. At least go back to Pendant Pod. Yeah. Oh, great. Nice compass to this dungeon. Would you mimic clip though, if you can, to get another piece on Moldorm? You have a fire source?
If you can do it, do it. That would get you to 5.
Yeah, but Zelga at this point just needs to find Eastern, which is at Dark Potion Shop. That will get him.
So.
I guess he can just beat the piece now. I forgot. We could just go beat Pod outright with the bow.
So, here's the thing. People are asking in chat about the potential of Go mode at this point in time. Not yet. Zelga's maximum pieces are 8. Because we haven't found Skull Woods. Obviously, we're going to find the back of Skull Woods somewhere. But Zelga hasn't yet, so we're not necessarily in a Go mode stature just yet. There's a cape. Nice cape.
Yeah. Locked by all 4 GT small keys, by the way.
Without the mirrors, Zelga can't get the 2 pieces here at GT at this point.
Now, that being said, once he does Eastern, though, he will be able to, because he'll finally go into Thieves Town, and then be like, oh god, I'm so far behind.
Yeah.
Because he left a mirror there for forever.
I know.
Yeah, it kind of depends on where this other bow is. If the other bow shows up for Gil, he'll be in a very good position. I mean, he's already in a pretty good position already. But that means that he can also just climb without impunity. Not have to worry in this case about any type of mimic clipping. With the hook shot, he can also... Gil can do Desert and Hera pretty much at any time. Like, Desert is just the Thief Town entrance in the Village of Outcasts. And Hera, I forgot, but it was very early. Maybe it was in CAC somewhere. CAC Gamble game, maybe.
Elder Right.
Oh, Elder Road. Okay, yeah, okay. Sounds good. Yeah. I mean, so he can knock those 2 pieces out very, very quickly. Those are the first 2 pieces that Zelda got very early on.
All right, there's the piece number 5 for Zelga. 5-3 the count, although Gil's about ready to work on piece number 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, speaking of having a bow, that would be very nice. It is to be able to get a bow for Ice Armos. But we do have...
Small key to desert.
Yeah.
So we still need to get that Desert Palace big, which we know is on Bumper Ledge, which Gil has not taken the Spectacle Rock connector to get over there yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, thanks, Daruk. All right. And I did forget that Gil has Burna from Zora, so that is going to be... certainly has sped up the fight quite a bit. Now we're gonna have to wait through the last phase of the Armos Knights.
That's perfectly fine, Tyler Saul. You have a fantasy football championship to prepare for. That's more on your mind than this. There's the piece number 4 for Gil. Big key, Turtle Rock behind the ice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know Zelga needs the mirror. Zelga needs the mirror.
Come on, Zelga. You can go to Eastern. You have everything now to finally clear it. He just needs to go find it at Dark Potion Shop.
Because there is no way Zelga can beat this game without the mirror.
Yeah. 3 pieces are locked behind the mirror in this case. You're absolutely correct.
Zelga does not know where Eastern is yet. Here goes Gil to finish off Trinex.
Yeah, so this will put Gil at 5 pieces. So the scoreboard is tied up. I would imagine Gil goes and does Hera at some point. That's going to be another, 6 pieces for him. I don't know, actually, if Desert's going to be in the cards for him. He does have the option of going into Swamp. But again, as you mentioned, Rick, before, making that initial decision of, I'm going to go in to check only the first test of Swamp, kind of as a one-off, he has to make this. He doesn't know that the Swamp smell is vanilla.
Yeah, and Gil may never need to at this point.
Mm-hmm. It kind of just depends on what he ends up finding.
Unfortunately, Gil could not switch over to the Fire Rod before getting the first head to explode.
Is this Thief Town?
Gil is just a bow from Go. Yeah, Gil's just a bow from Go. Here goes Zelga into Thieves Town.
So he's going in here. I guess
Gil's
he's
bad mode.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't know where Eastern is, and he doesn't know the Thieves Town small key is there. But he has waited so long for this Thieves Town small key, so he's like, forget this. I have to go do this now because it's gonna be another piece.
That's why we didn't care about Turtle Rock front.
That's a hilarious.
Because it was a force out.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Get your feelings. Hugs in the chat for Zelga getting his bow.
Yeah. His mirror. This is the mirror right here.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to press forward.
Yeah.
You cannot let that bother you at this point in time.
Mm-hmm. Zelga's done a lot of good things for the seed. He has 5 pieces.
Both runners have.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's made a lot of progress without this mirror. And now he has it. But he is going to feel a little bit bad when he also goes to Eastern and finds the Thief Town small key in the big chest. It's like, oh, the sequencing.
All right, right side of desert for Gil.
Okay, it says, Gil not only needs a bow, he needs a swamp small.
Oh.
Big, yeah.
So six bombs behind that desert small.
That's very not exciting.
And I bet for Zelga, the first thing you're doing after you get this Triforce piece for number 6, you're checking all of your mirror-locked entrances.
Oh, yeah. To some extent, like, yeah, he needs to play catch-up. All the things that we did see the Gil use the mirror for didn't really yield to too much, but those are things that Zelga doesn't know about, so he will have to go do them. But yeah, I'm sure Zelga doesn't feel great about finding the mirror or leaving the mirror for as long as he did. Now that being said, though, I mean, like, there is still a good amount of games still left to play. Gil still needs to, well, find potentially probably a bow connector somehow to Bumper Cave, which he's pretty close if he hops back, if he leaves his portal. He doesn't do Dark World stuff.
Gil's going to just simply head and do the right side of the mountain at this point.
Okay, that's also fine. Yeah, and again, yeah.
Also, Turtle Rock entrance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you mentioned before, right? We don't know where Skull Woods is. We are still looking for entrances that could potentially be useful to us. So this is all still very much towards progress.
And we're really running out of entrances, too. Like, I think if I'm looking at this correctly, I have 5 more potential entrances after this one that Gil's checking now, where this goal could be.
Where would these entrances? Do you have a short list that you can share?
So the entrances are mostly here on Death Mountain. You have the 2 that are on the light side of the TR Bridge. You've got this one that Gil's about to check here, which is Paradox Exit. And then you've got the middle drop down.
Right, we haven't done a lot of these. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, we never really had much of a mirror to be able to check this. Isn't that vanilla?
Yes, that's very Ascension. No, that's Baby Hookshot Cave. Yes. No, you're right. It is.
Well, Zelga it's close to vanilla.
Yeah. Yeah, Zelga's gonna try and finish up the dark shopping mall area. He hasn't been over here to the Ice Rock Cave area, so it's gonna be very nice to be able to combine with the mirror. With Zelga having Burna and half magic, I believe Spike Cave is possible for him. Not right now, maybe, but he can do everything here is within logic for him.
Yeah, I was gonna see Zelga go back after checking that other cave. Okay, yeah, that's the other side of that's the other side of Paradox, or not Paradox. What did we just get?
We got the other bow in Spike Cave.
Okay, that answers that.
Yeah, unless Gil goes back to Pod, I don't think that he's gonna go get the bow or silvers out of Spike Cave. Dark Shopping Mall is really far. There is no connector over there, and you don't want to go back.
There's no other reason to be there.
Exactly.
All right, and Zelga's gonna get to GT in just a moment. This is gonna be the Turtle Rock Big Key when Zelga gets done with it. So that's 7, 8, and 9.
So Zelga then needs to. So for go mode, Zelga needs to find the back of Skull. Gil is also looking for the back of Skull.
Actually, no. That would be Turtle Rock Big is going to be go mode.
Oh, is that it then? So Zelga has 6. He can get 2 pieces in GT. That's 8.
Yep. Myers 9. Turtle Rock would be 10. That's it.
Oh, right. That's it. That's it.
Oh, no. That's right. Zelga needs the K. Never mind.
From Eastern. We still need... Eastern is still right now the bottleneck. But yeah, he will be able to get 2 pieces here in GT.
Yep, you're right.
That is for sure.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Now, Gil here in Pod. This is very good for Gil. He's going to go get his bow from Rupee Basement. He's going to get a bow to this dungeon. He will, with 2 keys, he should be able to have a key to spare, especially when he finds the bow. I don't know if he wants to try and invest in the key chest or Harmless Hellway.
Okay, so For Gil, this would be 6.
Mm-hmm.
Eastern would be 7.
Yeah. He can get 8 from
Hera out of logic would be 8. And then GT9, we would still have to get to the Desert Big, go into Swamp to find that is a vanilla key. Or find the back of Skullwoods.
Yeah. Or find
so neither runners in go mode here at an hour 28.
Yeah, we're so close. We're so close. The mental barrier though for Gil to go into Swamp again. He would be in go mode if he does that. It's just very difficult to go do. And so right now I think it's kind of a race between Gil going into Swamp and Zelga finding Eastern.
Friends, we are in no mode. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yeah.
Or whatever holiday it is when you're watching this on YouTube. Happy Cinco de Mayo Day!
Rick, you joke, and yeah, it could be then.
Put that in the YouTube comments if you're watching this on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. There is Zelga's Desert Spell Small Key. So with not only one bow, but both bows that he has gotten from both Pod and Spike Cave, Ice Armless should be much faster than him.
Happy National Pancake Day!
I will take some pancakes. Wait, isn't that every day?
Then we had a few days ago National Syrup Day, or Maple Syrup Day, so there you go. Oh gosh. Make sure you follow both of these runners as we now enter the 90-minute mark of this run, or of this seed. Gylgamesh and Zelga, fantastic people of the community. I definitely have admiration for both of them. Great people, wonderful to talk to. I was really glad that this pairing happened, and to be able to commentate it. It's a wonderful deal.
Absolutely. No, you got such upstanding and really just people that, you enjoy watching, you enjoy talking to, you enjoy interacting with, you enjoy supporting. And, what better really place to be able to see this is on Semifinals.
And also,
very
big thank you very much to Clear Mouse for joining me for commentary today, and also Daruk and Arya Stark for clicking those buttons, making the icons
MVP trackers. Rick, you are an amazing caller yourself. I still remember the skull was big key that you found on library. Good times, good times.
I mean, like I said, a broken clock is right twice a day. When you have 216 items, once in a while you'll get something right. Also, thank you to the sirens and Clear Mouse's mic.
It was pretty funny. Yes, they actually do live in my mic. You think it might actually just be background? It's actually just I should just get a new mic. What do you think? Okay.
What we need to do is get you studio proofing.
Yeah. Zelga's trying to make up for his bow Lambos by not only using one bow but 2 bows on the Lambos 2 fight. And of course we have no regular Canis Martin. Nice 1 cycle for bow Wizrobes. Love to see it.
Yeah, Zelga's definitely showing off his execution know-how here. About to get Triforce piece number 8 while Gil's working on Triforce piece number 7. Now, admittedly, the climb is a longer piece than average, just because the climb is, I don't know, like 3 minutes or something like that. I think going through one dungeon, especially compared to Eastern or like Desert or something like that, is gonna be a bit slower. But a piece is a piece, and that's gonna be go mode for you. And Gil's probably gonna get the same piece too, just slightly different order. Yeah, I don't think, no one's been up here, so we'll see in this case if there was anything of note. Zelga has picked up his first shield. I don't think there's anything of note here. Like, that map of Swamp is not surprising. Every single white button that we have on the map or on this screen would be already seen at this point. And maybe it's a big key to something.
There's nothing behind Aga 2, right?
I don't remember. I don't know if either of these runners have seen Magic Bat. That's what I'm wondering. because I don't have
Yeah.
magic bat marked off on my screen. Oh, right, it's a pyramid start.
Oh, it's a pyramid. Okay,
Duh.
right. Yes, duh. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, chat.
So get the Triforce piece and get
mhm,
the heck out of here.
We're get out. Yeah, that's really all Zelga wanted. All right, so Zelga still has not found Eastern. We cannot do Turtle Rock because we don't have the Cane of Samaria. Zelga, I think, is still... He's going to go back into Misery Mire, potentially, to go get his 9th piece. Now, I don't know if he actually, this case, wants to try and make more investments into entrance searching, because if he finds Skullwood's back, maybe he'll stumble upon Cane of Samaria, or, you know, I mean, in this case, he'll find Eastern, and he'll get his cane, and then he doesn't have to go and do Mire. Mire is a slower dungeon.
All right, there is the
Yes,
finish of Eastern for Gil.
Dang cane. This cane's gonna be the crust. This is why they should have found it in Mire to begin with.
Should have been just like in game 1.
Yeah, exactly. Just go into Mire, get the cane, and everything's
Oh, Gil's going to Spectacle Rock.
good. Oh, this is really good for Gil.
This is going to be Desert Big for Gil.
Oh, then this is gonna be go mode for him. He can do Hera, out of logic, that'll be piece number 8. He can do Desert, that's piece number 9.
And then he would have to climb for 10.
And they can climb for 10. Yeah.
Yep, this is Desert Big for Gil.
Forget Swamp Palace. Forget Skull Woods, for that matter, suddenly.
Unless we find Skull here. Nope.
No, see, Gil doesn't even care anymore. I mean, those could have been silvers if they're not silvers, but he doesn't care anymore.
All right, so Hera is just around the corner, but you have to go to the late world. It's at at the Elder Right.
Yeah, Zelga right now is trying to snuff out where the back of Skull Woods. Where is the back of Skull Woods? What was it? What was that entrance list you had? What else could be there?
The other side of the bridge, TR Bridge.
Oh, TR
the
Bridge, right. And we didn't have a mirror.
Where was Desert Back, by the way?
Where was Desert Back? Desert Back was in Thieves Town front. Thieves Town entrance.
Okay. That's the one I didn't mark myself. All right, so this is piece number 8 for Gil.
Oh, we have Red Bomb too, thanks to Daruk. Yeah, we do have Red Bomb too. I like how when Zelga came here, he was swordless, and then when Gil's here, he has tempered.
All right, here's the TR Bridge for Zelga. I think the only other spot that I have besides the Pyramid chess game, cute.
Nice.
The only other spots I have is the Pyramid Ferry entrance. And did either of these runners check hammer pegs?
No, you're right. They didn't check hammer pegs.
So
You're
that's
right.
it. Here goes
Okay.
9 for Gil.
Yeah, I believe this is Dark Mode.
And Zelga is making the way to Eastern.
We have, I mean, we've always had a race. This is a race. Keep in mind, the last piece for Gil is on top of GT, so it does take him a bit to get there. And Zelga is gonna go do Trinex, and it's gonna go to Eastern. I believe Zelga will get Eastern Pillars.
You do not go to Mire at this point.
No. You once you get Kane from Bicky Chest, which I have confidence that Zelga will go do.
And Zelga is skipping checks here, which means we may not get the Cane of Samaria on Zelga's side.
My confidence! Zelga, no! Oh no, uh-oh. If he's skipping stuff now,
he might...
He skipped...
Yeah, he's gonna check this easy one.
Well, yeah, can he even skip Cannonball?
Yes. So this is a little spicy, friends.
He even skipped Big Chest? Zelga, what? Oh no.
So I think the reason why they're screaming this to us is the potential of hovering the gap to Trinex.
They're
That is something that you're going to probably see Zelga try to pull off here.
Really? I have not seen Zelga do this ever. Like, do any type of hovering to Trinex. The extent of hovering I've seen is at Hookshot Cave.
Go one's back!
Oh, is that Hammer
Picks?
Wow. Dude, Gil just suddenly, Gil found a much faster Triforce piece. I'm surprised he even wanted to search the entrance to begin with. I guess he's here. Good choice. Very good choice.
In Cross Hunt against Killer App, it was a come from behind, and this is going to be another come from behind for Gil.
Wow. Yeah, this cuts down your GT climb or your piece things by like a couple minutes, which is very, very huge.
All right, Mothula. Gil had 3 spikes move, disqualified.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Okay, we're not going to disqualify there. We are going to see this tournament wrap into 2025. These runners have already noted that there's no way that this Game 3 is going to get played this week. So it's going to be a little bit of a wait before we get to the finals. So unbelievable race clear mouse.
Oh, amazing, dude. It was such back and forth the whole time. And I mean, I don't even think it was Zelga's hesitancy, refusal, outright disdain for going into Eastern Palace without the Eastern Palace Big Key and the bow. He just literally didn't even find Eastern until
it was
like so late.
If you wanted to analyze any sort of moment that cost Zelga,
it was probably the mirror too.
It had to be the Thieves Town decision, which
Yeah,
we'll get the answer from both of these runners coming up here in just a few. And Chad's already alluded to it. Game 3 is going to be open mode. And again, it's going to be at a time to be decided when we get back from holiday breaks and all that.
Yeah. No, you're definitely right in that there. I don't think the mirror necessarily, again, like locked out. Well, okay, it got Zelga a little bit later, maybe to Paradox and like the hook shot, but it was really just like the lack of inefficiency or lack of efficiency.
Gil getting the news that the Spike Cave is the answer to where the silvers are.
Yeah, Zelga skipped Kena Samari, Eastern Palace Big Key chest, and he skipped Tempered Sword and Eastern Palace Cannonball chest. Oh no. But it's okay. I mean, it looks like he's on his way to Hammer Pegs, which is Skull Woods, so he will be able to get his 10th piece.
Yep.
He did not do Meyer, no TR.
No need for the Kena Samaria, and Zelga is going to be like, holy heck. You remember when we talked about the illusion of choice? This is another seed where you did get the illusion of choice. And it's part of what we were hoping for with this mode, but there's a lot of races that just didn't come down to it.
No. I mean, Zelga has played quite well. He always plays very well. I can't really fault any of his decisions. No, Gil!
Death!
Do we have a fairy?
No! Now this isn't done and over with yet!
Wow. All of a sudden, this game got a lot closer. Gil also needs magic? Are we getting magic from somewhere?
Yeah, we're gonna have that as an issue.
Oh, he has a green potion. Okay, alright, he does have a green potion. I remember he got it from Meyer.
But it's gonna be...
That is something.
But it's gonna be a battle between silvers and no silvers.
So Gil, I still do think has the advantage. Zelga still needs to get there, and he is on Master Sword. But that being said, that silvers do speed up phase 4.
Right, Master Sword,
bit.
You're right. Holy, here we go. Zelga dropping into the fight coming up here. Here's the potion usage for Gil.
Yeah.
Holy.
What a development. And okay, I cannot speak from personal experience, but from what I understand, if you take a Ganon Death and then your opponent snipes you, you are feeling even worse.
Yes, you do.
than you could possibly imagine.
Perfect setup here for Zelga over here in the corner.
All right, Gil's on phase 3. Zelga is...
Gil needs to calm down and get this fight done after that death, however. You know, your nerves are struck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and you see him spamming out with the lamp. I mean, what happened to Gil was very, very uncharacteristic. I mean, that like... He has done a phase 4, you know, thousands of times by now, silverless. Again... These things happen, especially when you feel like potentially you've done a good job and you just have to close out the race.
Alright, so Zelga's still on stage 2. Gil needs to get Ganon down to the bottom, not hit him. He's got to keep his emotions in check. There we go. Right. I believe that's 4.
Okay.
And
only
5.
More to go.
And halfway done. Zelga now into stage 3. 7.
Gil, you're doing great.
8. 2 pieces of the floor down for Zelga now.
This is so close, Rick. This is so close.
That's it. Gil has behind. We're gonna get a game 3 in the semifinals.
Oh, amazing!
Oh my goodness!
Huge race, big result for Gil. Big.
There's Zelga. Silver's 1. Perfect setup for a triple.
Holy cow.
It's going to be a short gap between these 2.
Very well done for Zelga. What a cannon fight.
If you aren't showing these runners some love, you're doing something wrong. Show these runners some love. Give them the follow.
Are you looking at the time difference, Rick? The timer says it's a 16-second difference in cross hunt.
It feels that way. It feels that way. Gylgamesh.
Yo, Gil, GG's.
I just want to apologize. To everyone for giving chat a heart attack at the end there. I did it for the drama, obviously.
Zelga.
Hi, Zelga. GG's.
My goodness.
Yo, GG's.
GG's.
I think you're going to need to administer some paddle work on Tyler Salt based on his reaction in chat.
Yes, I got a message for him right after the match finished.
I don't know what else to say, but your luck in these cross hunts, Gil, is just something beyond
I prefer to think
regular.
of it as skill. Thank you very much, Rick.
Okay, let me just phrase it this way. I would love to have the seeds that you get where you actually have a choice of what 10 Triforce pieces you get.
Yeah, no, this one was actually pretty nice, especially compared to the nonsense we played yesterday. Like, this was enjoyable.
All right, so both of you had 10 different pieces. Obviously, the 2 pieces that you didn't get, Gil, being the Swamp and the GT, is what Zelga got.
Mm-hmm. Where was Swamp Small?
Vanilla.
Oh, of course it was.
And Zelga, do you know where the cane is?
I was told about the cane and the sword situation, which is I don't know. That's I didn't even just skip it. I just never went there.
Well, yeah. When you got to Eastern, it's like I just need to blitz through here. I know School Woods is going to show up somewhere.
I mean, technically, I didn't have access to the Pyramid Fairy entrance, but I mean, I knew I was dead from that mirror, so I had to do something.
Yeah. Because that was what was giving Gil the opportunity to storm back on the Triforce piece. It wasn't like in the race against Killer App where it was like 3-4 Triforce's pieces, but it was like 2 Triforce pieces. Zelga was ahead for a while there, and all of a sudden...
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think the Triforce piece count matters a whole lot in this mode until, like, you're at the end anyway. Like, it's very easy to go from 5 to 10 in the span of, like, 10-15 minutes if you have everything you need.
Yes, but Gil, you gotta stop going to the bottom of the 9th down by 4 runs needing a grand slam.
It's fine.
You can't mess with a system that works, you know.
I didn't feel like, I mean, Ganon fight aside, I didn't feel like any routing or whatever was bad in that scene. Like, I felt like it flowed pretty well overall anyway, so.
Gil, I have one other main question for you.
Uh-huh.
How did that feel to actually go up against Vitreous with the tempered sword compared to what
It
you
was so
had
nice.
yesterday?
It was real nice.
Another amazing race. Like
This one was a lot of you did. I know you added some excitement to the end, Gil. You didn't have to for what it's worth.
Yeah.
So
I didn't want to, but it's funny because like after I finished phase 2, I was like, okay, I know I am in Oko mode here, but I probably won't get sniped by a firebat in phase 4. And I think I was like 11 hits in and then got hit.
Mm-hmm. Just a case where, I mean, if Zelga did have that tempered sword, this race would have been a different scenario.
I that was running through my head the entire second to begin and fight, so.
I guess the main question I have to ask here is, how do you follow up these two races with open mode in Game 3?
Well, we don't. You guys were never finishing this series, so sorry.
Yeah, my availability after today goes away, so it'll be a little bit before Game 3. I can promise.
All right, Syndak, change the Triforce text in the reveal seed now to say, hopefully the tournament will end eventually.
Eventually.
But yeah, we're looking at a 2025 for Game 3.
Yeah, unfortunately. So everyone, enjoy your holidays. We'll be back with the rest after the new year.
And I guess since we're bringing up the calendar, both of you have something great special planned for the holidays?
Yeah, I'm just going away for a few days, so just random unavailability for rando, but
yeah,
it'll be nice.
But yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to the two of you. And this was a phenomenal match, and I was glad that I was able to be a part of this.
Big same. Thank you guys so much. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah, thank you guys for calling it. I'm interested to watch this one back.
At least you're going to watch this back sooner than when I did the commentary with Willard for that killer rap race.
Oh, I still haven't watched that one back, and I never will.
Any closing thoughts, Zelga?
No, just GG's to Gil, and looking forward to Game 3 whenever it ends up happening. And thank you all for helping put it on the air. I really appreciate it.
Definitely enjoy the rest of your holidays. This is the time to have fun, enjoy yourselves, rest up. Yeah, thank you guys so much. This was a phenomenal race. And yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are very happy with a Game 3 prospect. So thank you guys in advance for sacrificing your time for us.
And I also want to give a thank you to Daruk and Arya Stark for clicking the buttons and helping us to keep us honest here on this broadcast, because without them, we would be lost, right, Mouse?
Yes, much more than ever before.
Absolutely. All right, give some love for both of these runners. I can't say enough about these two fantastic people in the community. And I think that will do it for, I guess, this year in the Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament. So best wishes for the holiday season, and we'll see you in 2025. Mouse, you get the final word.
No, thank you, Rick. Yeah, I just want to echo everything that you said. Thank you, Arya and Daruk. I mean, always a pleasure to have you all around to be able to track for us, keeping everything honest. And of course, Gil and Zelka. I mean, always a pleasure to be able to watch your races, commentate for you. Really nice Christmas gift, honestly, to say for myself, if I do say so. So really, really appreciate your time, and of course, always your entertainment, and you guys just being you. So have the rest of your great holidays. Everyone else, enjoy. Happy Merry Christmas Eve and whatever the holidays you're celebrating. And we'll see you back here real soon.